Welcome back to the reading of the Mahabharata, chapter 19, Radheya. Mother, will you tell me something? Said Radheya to his mother Radha. She was the wife of the charioteer Athiratha. Radheya was their son. It was his birthday. He was today 16 years old. He said, Mother, it is my birthday. Father has brought me a new chariot and new horses. He said that I'm now old enough to drive a chariot. But mother, I do not want to drive a chariot. My hands are eager to hold a bow and arrow. I cannot think of anything else. Waking or sleeping, my thoughts are forever fixed on this desire. I want to fight. I want to be an archer. Why, mother? Why should this unnatural desire find in my heart a place? Tears sprang to the eyes of Radha. She sat silent. Her tears flowed. Radheya was shocked to see her tears. He put his arms around her and said, Mother, have I wounded you? I love you more than my life. If anything I said has hurt you, I'm sorry. I would rather kill myself than cause you so much pain. Tell me, mother, why are you crying? Without answering his questions, she said, Yesterday you were talking in your sleep. You said, Do not go before you answer my question. Who are you? Why do you haunt me like this? My son. What was your dream? Radheya was silent for a few moments. Then he said, Mother, very often my sleep is disturbed by a dream. It is always the same dream. I see a woman. She is dressed in costly robes. They are, I think, the raiments of a princess. Her face is hidden by a veil. I am lying down and she bends over me. Hot tears from her eyes burn me. I get up and ask her, Who are you? But mother, this woman of my dream vanishes like a startled ghost. Mother, tell me, why does this happen to me? Why is it that I do not want to be just a charioteer? There must be some explanation for this. Radha drew him nearer to her. She placed him on her lap, holding him close, as if she was afraid to lose him. She said, My son, the time has come where I should tell you a story. It happened 16 years ago. It was a very beautiful morning. Early in the morning, your father had gone to the banks of the Ganges to offer morning prayers to the sun. His eyes were dazzled by something, some shining object floating on the river. He was intrigued. It looked as though some shining jewel was floating. After a time, the object came nearer. Your father's curiosity was aroused. He swam across to the heart of the river to find out what the gleaming object was. He first saw a wooden box. It was wrought beautifully. He went nearer the box and looked inside. He saw a sight which struck him dumb. He found that the box contained a beautiful child. It was the most beautiful child he had ever seen. It was sleeping peacefully. Ganga put him to sleep, perhaps with a lullaby which her mother would not sing to him. So your father, with the box in his hand, he swam ashore. He rushed home. Radha, look, I have brought you something. I have a gift for you, shouted your father. I ran out to see what made him so excited. I could not believe my eyes when I saw the child in his arms. Why, I said, this child is as beautiful as the morning sun. It is glowing. Look at the kavacha and the kundala. It is a child belonging to some god. Radheya sat up abruptly. He dared not breathe. So terrible, so full of wonder was this story. Radha held him closer as if to say, "In a few moments you will leave me. Till then, let me hold you tight." The story went on. "Surely," I said, "surely this child is not earthly. It must belong to some god. No earthly child can have this beauty." Your father smiled at me. He said, "Perhaps it is a child born of the heavens which God has sent down to you because you are childless. I feel that he has been created for your sake. I'm sure that he is meant for you, just you. I am going to call him Radheya, since he will be your beloved son." We were thrilled at the thought of a child in the house. I was very happy. I looked at the box. It was no ordinary box. You had been placed in it, wrapped in a piece of silk, costly silk, the kind of silk that only a princess would use. But it was no use speculating. We could guess that you were the son of some high-born maiden, perhaps a princess, who had thought fit to abandon you for reasons known only to herself. We now had a son to brighten our home. That was all that mattered. Since you were born with a kavacha and kundala, we named you Vasushena. But your father has always called you Radheya. Most probably you belong to a palace. You have been living all these years as the son of a poor charioteer. All the wealth we could give you was the wealth of our love. It was because of your birth that you do not want to be a charioteer. You want to learn archery because you are a Kshatriya. I'm almost sure that you are a Kshatriya. With sobs racking her frame, Radha said, "Go, my son. You are not my son. Go out into the world and search for your mother. When you find her, the void in your life will be filled up. As for me, I'm grateful to God for giving me a son all these years. The memory of these few years will keep me alive in the years to come." Radheya bathed her form with his tears. He said, "Mother, what are you saying? Do you want to abandon me as my other mother did? I do not know who she is. I do not want to know. I have a mother, the sweetest and dearest of all mothers. You gave me life. You are my mother. I may be a Kshatriya. Most probably I am, but I do not care. I do not want to be anything else. I want to be just your son. My name is Radheya, and Radheya I will be to the end of my life. That will be the name by which the world will call me. I am not ashamed of my parents. I am proud to be the son of a Suta. I am Radheya, the Suta Putra. Mother, in this world there is nothing like learning. Learning cares not for caste or creed. I will go in conquest of learning. A learned man will find recognition wherever he goes. The thirst for knowledge, for proficiency in archery, is burning my frame. I will go and acquire knowledge. I will go now. But remember, mother, I am coming back to you. You are my mother, and nothing can take you away from me, or me from you." Radheya embraced his mother. She held him close. Their tears flowed and mingled incessantly. After that emotional episode of Radheya, we come to an end of another chapter, chapter 19, Radheya from the Mahabharata. For the next chapter, stay tuned to Storytime with Rajesh. Until then, ciao.